Hello guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to the Tech YouTube channel. For the past few years, Corsair went all over the place with their product portfolio, one of which I still didn't have a chance to try out, their gaming peripherals, but this time that is going to change as I'm trying out their new M65 Pro RGB gaming mouse. It's interesting for me to see for the first time Corsair's take on a product box for this segment. In this case, it's pretty detailed and straightforward in explaining what are the main selling points of this model. On the front you can see a picture of the mouse itself. While opening up the front cover you can check it out in person through this transparent window. On the left side of that you can see how the LED RGB lighting is positioned on the mouse. While going to the back you'll come across onto its feature overview, starting from modular weight system to the dedicated sniper button. Opening up the box, here we have your usual user manuals and quick start guides, and that's basically it for the bundle, as I'm already pulling the mouse out. And here it is. As you can notice, the new M65 Pro RGB is design-wise basically the same as the original M65 FPS model. We have this pretty bulky looking body, which is followed up with unique shape and details, like for example this hollow grill looking back end. It's also fairly low and with the pointy back end. It actually reminded me somewhat of my old Logitech G9, although it's wider than it, so it's more suitable for users with bigger palms. The material used on the side has this grainy texture, probably for better grip, while on the top we have this rubberized clay-like surface which feels good, but it can get greasy right upon first touch, which again reminded me of the G9 and its two different skin attachments which were made with similar materials. In terms of the switches, we have a total of 8 of them, your usual left, right and middle scroll click, with a dedicated DPI up and DPI down toggle switch behind them, for this segment pretty common front and back side buttons, and an additional big red sniper switch below them, which instantly toggles your DPI to a lower number, so you can be more precise in case of trying to hit someone with a pinpoint accuracy in game. Moving to the bottom, you can see a decent amount of big Teflon feet surrounding the Pixart's PWM336X optical sensor, capable of doing up to 12,000 dpi, 50 Gs of acceleration and 250 IPS. Underneath each of those three big screw-like covers you will find a small weight, which can be kept or removed depending on your weight preferences. I actually removed all three since I found this mouse to be a bit on the heavy side. Lastly, we have this 1.8 meter thick braided cable, which as you can see here starts off center from the front left side of the mouse, fairly unusual sight, while on the other end of that you will find this fairly bulky USB connector. Together with the mouse I had a chance to try out and pair it with their new Rgb Mouse Pad. Yes, you've heard me right, RGB LED lit mouse pad called MM880 Polaris. This is your typical low friction hard type of mouse pad, but upgraded with some additional features like the aforementioned RGB LED lighting frame around the outer edge of the mouse pad, because of which it has a bit of an out of the box design as it's much bulkier and needs a USB connection, while on the back you will find a rubber surface for better table grip. Honestly, I didn't use it that much since I really don't like these hard types of mouse pads. They are just too fast for my taste, while that grindy like feeling and feedback is not that pleasant. On the other hand, using the M65 Pro yes, bro mouse, M65 Bro. On the other hand, using the M65 Pro RGB turned out to be a really good experience. After doing the surface calibration, I went in to play a few hours of Overwatch and Battlefield 1. The mouse is really smooth with no acceleration or jitter issues, and bottom line, I didn't have any problems with its precision, much better than my current G602 for example, while the sniper button comes in handy here and there. As I mentioned earlier in the video, its mass is a little bit on the heavier side, close to 140 grams with weights in it, and pulling them all out made it closer to 110 grams, which made it overall better for me. Comfort wise, I had no issues whatsoever on the long run, although I must point out again that if you have a smaller hand size, it could be that it will not fit you in the best possible way. Taking a closer look at Corsair's utility engine, just like with any other software control center for gaming peripherals, up here you can do your usual stuff like manage profiles, record macros, change the DPI levels and define each stepping with different colors, which are then indicated by the third lighting zone on the top, set a certain pulling rate, lift off distance, angle snapping, And of course, figure out what color from the RGB spectrum and lighting effects suits you the best, in focus being the front scroll wheel and the back Corsair logo. While you can also link it together with that Rgb mouse pad to get all sorts of different synchronized cool lighting effects. That's it guys for this time from me. Thank you once again for checking out the unboxing and review of the Corsair's M65 Pro RGB gaming mouse. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, it helps me a lot. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product. And of course, if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to the Tech YouTube channel, or you can just check out some of my other videos from before.